News near the Polk and Osceola County line. According to FHP, a patrol car crashed just after midnight on I-4 near Davenport. We've reached out for more information on this crash as well and are still waiting to hear back.
Breaking overnight, Hillsborough County deputies investigating a robbery and shooting in Seffner. This happened at a home on Tweed Avenue. Deputies tell us the people involved appear to know each other. This is a developing story, and as soon as we learn more, we'll bring it to you on air and online.
A mother of three sat before a judge for the first time this morning since being accused of trying to drown herself and her three young children.
The incident happened last week at a community pool in Valrico, and News Channel 8's Alessandra Young was in the courtroom today. She has details.
It was an emotional day in court as Shanice Willingham sat before the judge. Now, she's accused of trying to drown herself and her three young children, ages 3, 2, and 8 months old, last week at a community pool. Investigators say she posted this attempt on her social media, which prompted her family to rush over and save the kids. Shanice Willingham sat before Judge J. Logan Murphy Monday morning, visibly seen shaking and crying. She is facing 3 counts of attempted murder in the first degree after allegedly trying to drown herself and her 3 small children last week. The state says there's video evidence that shows her dropping her 3 children over a 6-foot fence, sitting at the pool's edge for several minutes, and then grabbing a life preserver.
Based off of interviews that were conducted, Ms. Willingham indicated that her intention was to use that rope to tie the children to her, so that when they all went into the water, they would stay together.
Investigators say Willingham had an argument with a family member last Wednesday, which prompted an Instagram live post. In it, she said she couldn't take it anymore and claimed her children would be better off with God. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says she then placed her 3 young children in the deep end of a Valrico community pool and threw herself in. Family members monitoring her social media rushed to the pool and were able to save them all.
In total, the toddlers were underwater from anywhere from 20 to 50 seconds. The 8-month-old is very clearly seen thrown into the water and is recovered by a second brother who jumped the fence and into the water, and the infant was underwater for 51 seconds.
She has no prior criminal history, and the defense says the state's interpretation of the video is incorrect. Court documents revealed the mother was experiencing a mental health crisis.
Ms. Williams has been Baker-acted 4 times. She is an individual who's been diagnosed as bipolar, obviously has a history of mental health diagnoses, and we believe at this point, Judge, was going through a severe mental health breakdown.
The defense said that Willingham lives with her family and asked for a reasonable bond, but the judge said the risk was too great.
I find that release would cause an exceedingly great risk of harm to herself and to the alleged victims.
The judge denied bond for Willingham, and she will remain in jail for the time being. In Tampa, I'm Alessandra Young, 8 on your side.
Well, leaders say across the state their hands are tied, and it's all because of a new state law.
The law aims to limit local government's power to restrict and regulate development even after a storm. And now cities and counties, including Manatee County, are suing Tallahassee. News Channel 8's Ryan Arbogast has the latest on the suit that was filed today.
There are 2 local jurisdictions here in our neck of the woods that are taking part in this lawsuit, here in Manatee County and the city of Mulberry. They join 23 others from Homestead to Orlando, calling a new Florida law unconstitutional, suing our state leaders for taking the power away from the local government.
And the question is, do you really want Tallahassee making these decisions as to what's appropriate in each city, or do you want your local elected officials making those decisions?
Attorney Jamie Cole is taking on the CFO, Commerce Secretary, FDEM, and more over Florida Senate Bill 180. The bill restricts city councils and county commissions' ability to regulate land development and growth, particularly after a storm, to help victims rebound. Any local plans that are, quote, restrictive or burdensome could come with lawsuits from developers. And litigation is on the taxpayer.
This is a problem for everyone. It's not limited to just any one particular type of city or county.
In a 30-plus page lawsuit filed Monday, 25 cities and counties are represented across the state.
This is a bad faith attempt to weaponize our court system against us.
Just last month, Manatee County commissioners joining the fight, voting 6-1 to add their names to the suit. Local nonprofits praising the move as a step towards conservation, saying that without handcuffs on development, our waterways are in danger.
If you do nothing, our county will face weaker environmental protections will have more increased fraud risk.
The attorney for the legal team representing all 25 areas across our state says he expects that number to grow. Reporting in Manatee County, Ryan Arbogast, 8 on your side.
Cost of rental housing is up in the Bay Area. Finding an affordable home is sometimes difficult, and some crooks are even taking advantage of that.
A Pinellas County couple learned the hard way and lost $2,500 in a rental scheme. 8 on your side consumer investigator Shannon Bankin joins us now in the studio.
This couple is devastated, and they want to warn others so this doesn't happen to you.
Feels pretty awful.
John Schwartz tells me this Clearwater home listed for $1,600 a month seemed like the perfect house to rent for him and his girlfriend.
It's just the two of us. We each have a dog. It's not too much house to keep up with. But, you know, we were just really looking for anything available like in our price range. And this seemed like a really nice neighborhood. And, you know, all the pictures of the inside look promising.
They responded to an ad on Facebook Marketplace, filled out an application, and corresponded with a man who claimed it would be easier to approve them with the Homeowners Association if they paid some money up front. But when they showed up the next day to meet the landlord and get the keys, neighbors told them they had been conned, and the real owner was someone else.
I contacted my bank, tried to put a stop payment on it, but because it was a Zelle transaction, they said they couldn't really do anything about it. Rent is not cheap, and to have to come up with a first month, last month, and a deposit, it's a good chunk of money to just come out of the wallet all at one time. So it's frustrating, for sure.
John says he called me because he wants to warn others.
I just would like to look out for other people that might be looking to rent, other people that are in my same situation. And just let them know that there are people out there. Don't fork over any money until you see the inside of the place and, you know, meet someone with a key.
John says he reached out to law enforcement but was told that they didn't have enough leads to go forward, so it's unlikely he's going to recover the money.
And you have done these stories before. We have given the warnings before, but it's proof. I mean, he fell victim to it. These scammers are still out there.
Yes.
What can people look out for so that, are there red flags, something that we should be aware of so you don't fall victim?
There are, and the biggest takeaway here is you shouldn't pay money up front without seeing the home in person, meeting the landlord or the management company in charge. Also, this home was listed on Facebook Marketplace, so you could do a reverse image search online and see if you see that house listed anywhere else. In this case, the real listing was $2,300 a month. That's $700 more than the fake listing. Big red flag there.
Yeah, if it sounds too good to be true, it might be.
Often is.
All right, these are good pieces of advice, and we appreciate him for coming forward because he'll save somebody else.
Yes, hopefully so.
Thank you, Shannon. If you have a problem that needs solving, better call Bankin. The number is 1-855-BANKIN, or you can reach her on Facebook at WFLA Shannon.